Electric cars are everywhere these days. Just a few years ago, spotting an electric vehicle on the road was a rare sight, but now, in 2026, they've become a normal part of daily life. More people see them on the road, parked at the grocery store, or charging outside the local mall. Charging stations are popping up in more places, making it easier than ever to own and drive an electric car. Petrol cars, however, are still very common. They've been the backbone of personal transportation for over a century, and millions of people still depend on them every day. Many drivers still rely on them for their daily needs. Whether it's for long road trips, quick commutes, or simply out of habit, petrol cars remain a familiar and trusted choice. This year, 2026, feels like a turning point. The roads are a mix of old and new, and the shift in how we think about cars is more noticeable than ever. Governments are pushing for greener choices, and car companies offer more electric options than ever before. Incentives, tax breaks, and stricter emissions rules are all encouraging people to consider electric vehicles. The choice between electric and petrol cars matters now more than ever. Fuel prices keep changing, sometimes rising unexpectedly, making it harder to budget for petrol cars. Cities want to cut pollution, cleaner air is a big goal, and electric cars are seen as a key part of the solution to reduce harmful emissions and improve public health. Drivers want to spend less money and help the planet. Saving on fuel and maintenance costs, while also reducing your carbon footprint, is a win-win for many people. So, everyone is asking, should I go electric or stick with petrol? It's a decision that affects your finances, your lifestyle, and even your values. It's a big question, and the answer is not the same for everyone. What works for one person might not work for another, depending on where you live, how you drive, and what you need from a car. Knowing the facts helps you make a smart decision. Researching the pros and cons, understanding the real costs, and thinking about your own needs are all important steps. It's not just about hype or new technology. It's about making a choice that fits your life, both now and in the future. It's about what works for your life, your wallet, and your peace of mind. Comfort, convenience, and long-term savings all play a role in your decision. Understanding the differences can save you headaches down the road. Knowing what to expect from each type of car can help you avoid surprises and make ownership easier. Let's break it down, step by step. We'll compare everything from how the engines work to the costs of ownership, and even what it's like to drive each one. We'll look at how these cars work, what they cost, and what each one offers. You'll see the benefits and drawbacks so you can weigh your options clearly. By the end, you'll have a clearer idea of which car suits you best. Whether you choose electric or petrol, you'll be ready to make a confident, informed decision for your future. Electric cars use big batteries and electric motors to move. You plug them into charge. When you press the pedal, the battery sends power to the motor. The wheels turn, and off you go. There's no engine noise, no gears to shift, and no tailpipe. Everything is smooth and quiet. Petrol cars work the old-fashioned way. They have an engine that burns petrol, or gasoline. You fill up at a gas station. Inside, the engine makes small explosions, which push pistons and turn the wheels. There's a lot of moving parts, and the engine gets hot and noisy. The main difference is what makes the car go. Electric cars run on electricity stored in a battery. Petrol cars burn fuel to create power. This means they feel different to drive, and they need different care. Both car types get you from A to B, but the way they do it changes how much you spend, how often you stop, and even how you feel behind the wheel. Buying a new car is a big decision. Right now, most electric cars cost more to buy than petrol cars. For example, a small electric car in 2026 might start at $28,000. A similar petrol car could be $22,000. That's a $6,000 difference up front. Why are electric cars more expensive? Big batteries cost a lot to make. Also, electric cars are full of new tech for safety, driving, and charging. Car makers are working to lower these costs, but batteries are still pricey. Some countries give discounts or tax breaks if you buy electric. This can lower the price by $2,000 or more. If you live somewhere that rewards green choices, the gap gets smaller. Still, most people will notice the higher sticker price on electric cars. It's important to think about what you pay now and what you might save later. Electric cars are becoming more popular every year, and one of the biggest reasons is how much cheaper they are to run day by day compared to traditional petrol cars. The savings start as soon as you hit the road. Instead of making regular trips to the gas station, you simply plug your car in at home, often overnight. The cost of electricity for charging is usually much less than what you'd pay for petrol, especially if you charge during off-peak hours when rates are lower. For example, charging an electric car to drive about 300 miles might cost you just $10 at home, depending on your local electricity rates. That's a fraction of what you'd spend on fuel for the same distance. Filling up a petrol car to go 300 miles could easily cost $35 or more, depending on current fuel prices and your car's efficiency. Over time, these savings really add up. Maintenance is also much simpler and less frequent with electric cars. There's no engine oil to change, no spark plugs to replace, and no exhaust system to worry about. Electric cars have far fewer moving parts than petrol cars. This means there's less that can go wrong and fewer things that need regular servicing. You won't need to schedule oil changes, replace spark plugs, or deal with exhaust pipe repairs. Your hands, and your mechanics, stay a lot cleaner. Most of your routine maintenance comes down to checking the tires and brakes and making sure the battery is healthy. Even brake pads last longer, thanks to regenerative braking systems that reduce wear. All of this means you'll spend less time and money at the repair shop. Fewer breakdowns and fewer surprise bills make owning an electric car less stressful. Petrol cars, on the other hand, need regular attention. Their engines are complex with many parts that wear out or need adjustment. Oil changes are required every few months, and skipping them can lead to expensive engine problems down the road. You'll also need new air filters, belts, and occasional exhaust system repairs, all of which add to your yearly maintenance costs. Over time, these bills can really pile up, especially as your car gets older and needs more frequent repairs. After 5 years, you might spend as much as $2,500 more on upkeep for a petrol car than you would for an electric one. That's a significant difference for most families. So, while electric cars may cost more up front, they can save you money every single month. Lower running costs and fewer repairs mean more money stays in your pocket. The longer you keep your electric car, the more you save on gas and repairs. Over the years, those savings can really add up, making electric cars a smart choice for your wallet and your peace of mind. So, let's talk about performance, speed, acceleration, and just how the car feels to drive. Electric cars are quick off the mark. When you hit the pedal, the car jumps forward with no delay. That's because electric motors give you all their power right away. Even a small electric car can feel fast at city speeds. Petrol cars, on the other hand, build up speed more slowly. The engine has to rev up, and the gears have to shift. Now, some petrol cars, like sports models, are fast. But for most everyday cars, the acceleration is slower than an electric car. Driving an electric car feels smooth and quiet. There's no engine noise, and the ride is calm. Honestly, many people like that peaceful feeling. Petrol cars have more sound and vibration. Some drivers enjoy the engine growl, especially on highways. Both types handle well on the road. But if you want quick, silent power, the electric car is hard to beat. Petrol cars give you the classic driving experience, with sound and feel. When it comes to everyday convenience, one of the biggest differences between electric cars and petrol cars is how you keep them powered up. Charging an electric car definitely takes longer than filling up with petrol, and that's something most new EV owners notice right away. At home, getting a full charge can take anywhere from 6 to 12 hours, depending on what kind of charger you have installed. Most people plug in their cars overnight, so it's ready to go in the morning, almost like charging your phone while you sleep. This works really well if you have a garage or driveway and a regular daily routine, since you never have to make a special trip just to refuel. If you're out and about and need a quick top-up, public fast chargers can usually get your battery from nearly empty to about 80% in 30 to 45 minutes. That's a big improvement over older chargers, but honestly, these stations just aren't everywhere yet, especially outside big cities. Sometimes you might have to wait your turn or plan your route around where chargers are available. Petrol cars, on the other hand, are super quick to refuel. You just pull up to any gas station, fill the tank, and you're back on the road in no time. You can fill the tank in less than 5 minutes at any gas station, and these stations are easy to find, even in really small towns or out on the highway. No matter where you are, you're almost guaranteed to find a place to refuel, day or night. For folks who drive a lot every day, or who take long road trips, charging can feel a bit slow, so you really need to plan ahead. It's important to know where the charging stations are, and sometimes you might have to adjust your schedule to fit in a charging stop. But if you've got a charger at home and a set routine, it's pretty easy. You just plug in when you get home, and by morning, you're ready to go again. For many people, this is actually more convenient than stopping at a gas station every week. But if you live in an apartment or don't have a dedicated parking spot, well, charging can be tough to find. You might have to rely on public chargers, which aren't always close by or available when you need them. So right now, petrol cars still win for pure speed and ease when it comes to refueling. The infrastructure is everywhere, and the process is fast and familiar. But as charging stations keep popping up in more places, at shopping centers, workplaces, and along highways, that gap is definitely starting to close. Every year it gets a little easier to own and drive an electric car, and soon, charging might be just as convenient as filling up with petrol, no matter where you live. Electric cars are definitely better for the air in cities, since they don't have a tailpipe, they don't send out smoke or harmful gases while you're driving. That really helps cut down on air pollution, especially in crowded places. Over time, this means cleaner lungs and healthier people, which is pretty awesome. But, electric cars aren't perfect. Making those batteries uses a lot of energy and rare metals, and old batteries are actually hard to recycle, though new methods are being developed all the time. Still, the total pollution from electric cars is lower, especially if your electricity comes from wind or solar power. Petrol cars, on the other hand, burn fuel and send out carbon dioxide and other gases, which adds to climate change and makes city air dirty. Even the cleanest petrol engine still pollutes every time you drive. So, overall, electric cars are the greener choice, but we still need better batteries and cleaner power to make them truly clean. Long trips are really where petrol cars still shine. You can drive about 400 miles on a tank, then fill up in 5 minutes and just keep going. Gas stations are everywhere, so you don't really have to worry about running out. Electric cars have definitely improved, but range is still a concern for some folks. Most new models in 2026 can go about 250 to 350 miles on one charge. On a road trip though, you need to find places to recharge. Fast chargers help, but you might need to wait 30 minutes or more each time. So, planning is key with electric cars. You have to check where the chargers are and how far you can go. There are apps that can help, but there's still a bit of stress if you're traveling to remote areas. If you mostly drive around town or take short trips, electric cars work great. But for long, unplanned journeys, petrol cars still offer more freedom. So, should you buy an electric car or a petrol car? Well, it really depends on your needs and habits. If you want to save money over time, drive mostly in town and care about the planet, electric cars are a smart choice. They're quiet, quick, and easy to own if you can charge at home. But if you love long road trips, drive in places where there aren't many chargers, or need to refuel fast, petrol cars still have an edge. They're usually cheaper to buy, and you can fill up anywhere. Think about how far you drive each day. Do you have a place to charge at home or at work? Do you want to help the environment, or is cost your top concern? There's really no one answer for everyone. In the end, the best car is the one that fits your life. Test drive both, ask questions, and make the choice that works for you in 2026 and beyond.